Let's go to the next topic. It's always a great success, let's say, and it's the transfer talks.
Hmm.
And going on with the U.S. narrative, I'm dying to ask you this question, and it is: where do you think Tyler Adams should go?
Oh, well,
Because with McKennie, I think McKennie's talent we've seen. I don't want to say we've seen his ceiling, but I think we've seen a lot with McKennie. And with Tyler Adams, I think there's still a lot more to improve. And I do see the growth that can happen.
mhm,
So where do you think would be the best club for Tyler Adams to go
yeah,
next?
yeah. Well, I don't think he should leave. I think he's
Mm.
in a very, very good situation. You have an American coach coming in, Jesse Marsh. You have someone who has coached him coming
Mm-hmm.
in, and you have somebody that played a very attractive style of football at Salzburg, and will likely get the chance to do the same there. And he, I think, very much sees him, hopefully, as a six, instead of as kind of a right back, slot in utility man, the way Nagelsmann did
Mm.
with him. So I really do think he
You think
should
he should
stay,
stay?
but I do know that there have been reports surfacing, and relatively credible reports surfacing
That's
about
why.
Arsenal's interest in him. But frankly, if I'm Arsenal, if you're looking at a right back, okay, and I do know they
Mm.
want the versatility too. I
That's
I, I don't
coming.
think yeah, I don't think you should look any further than Baku.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Baku's a safe pick. If Bellerin's leaving, Arsenal. If we make an Arsenal rebuild, Baku would be a perfect fit at right back. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
I'm with you. And I wanted to say, going with Arsenal, Emil Buendia went to Aston Villa, and it was reportedly said that he snubbed Arsenal. And
Oof.
if that's the case, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They had the chance of getting Buendia last season, I think.
Mhm.
So I don't think the agents are very happy. I'm speculating here, but if Aston Villa, if they are keeping Grealish,
Oh,
Buendia is that's a good duo. That's a dynamic
I mean,
duo.
Ollie Watkins has got to be
Oh,
sitting at home, I guess now, right? Sitting at home, going, man, thank God,
and
this is amazing.
plus Mings. Mings is there, and I
Yep.
could see them signing another midfielder. I'm seeing a lot of midfielder names going to the Prem. You got Tyler Adams, you said to Arsenal, and
Yep.
now going to Mateus Nunes to Everton with Nunes Spirit Sant. Mateus Nunes, what should Everton fans expect with him? Well, I can say that he's a very similar type of player to Tom Davis. He's the type of player that you're in trouble, you give him the ball, he conducts the ball to the other half. Very good on pressure, always a reliable option, and he works non-stop. He's the type of player that goes up and down non-stop. So that's what I think Nunes Spirit wants him because of the pressure in the Premier League, and he wants a midfielder to always be pressurizing other teams. So I think it's a good buy. If it's 20 million, it's a good buy. 25, 30, I think Sporting's stretching it. It's a good deal for Sporting. But 20 million, I think it's a good deal for both sides.
Now, if Espirito Santo is going to Everton,
Mm-hmm.
we know that it took several years for him to basically transform Wolves into the Portugal U21-23 team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else are you going to bring in at Everton that might fit there, if that's the case?
Well, if going through this narrative of Portuguese players, I think it
Yeah.
would be interesting getting a Trincão on loan.
Mm.
This is me thinking quickly, okay? This is not me putting deep thoughts into where Everton rebuild, but I think Everton, they got Ben Godfrey at center back. They Ancelotti. You
Yeah.
see, that's what I think Ancelotti did at Everton. He created such a good core. It became a solid, stable team in every front. And
Well, he also got the most out of players,
I,
right?
I and I do think they're gonna dip. I don't think Nunes Spirit Sant. I hate being the person that goes. I don't think Paul Fonseca nor Nunes Spirit Sant will go well in the Prem. I think Bruno Lage will succeed in the Prem, because Brunelage, we would just go on to this topic. Brunelage has has Vitinha, has an asset like Fabio Silva. People are sleeping on Fabio Silva now. And I'm going to remind you, he scored 4 goals. He's 18. He's bulking up. You can see him. I like, look, I watch his Insta stories, and you can see his back. He's doing some pull-ups. The guy's getting a proper back. So he's becoming.
And I heard his personal trainer is Goretzka on loan. Is that correct?
so, I could see, just like João Felix had a huge rise up in his price with Brunelage, also Florentino, also Jetson, all their stocks risen with Brunelage. I can see it happening with Pedro Neto, Vitinha, and Fabio Silva, doubling price, to say the least. And just in the under-21 European Championship, Vitinha doubled the price, 17.5, 30 million for the amount of talent I saw there. Look, it's acceptable in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of options, and I'm again, Tottenham. What are you doing? Like, are we? No, this is. I want to say this. Like, Tottenham lose. No, they don't lose. They fire Mourinho. Okay, which was very dubious before a cup final, which is Mourinho's speciality. If you were
which
to
he
ask
counts
me.
as a half victory, right?
Come on, like Mourinho, he's gonna brag about that. Like, you sacked me before a cup final. You don't know I'm the special. I'm joking, but this showed, in my opinion, that Tottenham are thinking about the money. They're not thinking about success, and because if they were thinking about success, Conte will have the paper signed, and they know Harry Kane's leaving. Paul Fonseca did an amazing job in a kind of rebuild with Roma, playing good football. Roma plays good football. I'm not going to say that Tottenham are going to play bad football and they're going to look horrible. They won't. But are they going to surpass Man City, Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool? No chance. No chance. Tottenham is going to be top 4 next season. Like, no chance. Because we're going to see maybe Chelsea getting Haaland. I think Chelsea's going to get Haaland. And the reason why I think Chelsea's going to get Haaland, it's simple. Roman Abramovich must be all over the moon right now. He won, again, firing a coach, the Champions League. First, he won it with Di Matteo. Now with Thomas Tuchel. He must be thinking, I am going to get a striker for this team because they deserve it. And Haaland, he doesn't mind. It's 10 years. It won't be 10 years because Kyle will push a move before. But Haaland and Hakimi, if these two players come to Chelsea, the Prem is going to be bonkers next season.
Yeah, what do the kids say? It's going to be lit. I mean,
lit.
It is. I think that's been phased out. Actually, I just showed my age. But yeah, I mean, it is an instance. If your fire sale, if you've got a fire sale for what 13, 14 players they're looking to offload this season, right? You have a war chest to begin with. Yeah, I mean, going after
Conor Gallagher, right?
What was that?
Conor Gallagher, the Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Conor Gallagher should. I mean, he was up there in a couple stat categories, at least from a U23 perspective last year in the Premier League. But it is an instance of if you can get him, get him. Worry about tactics later. If you can get a Haaland, if you can get a Hakimi, I get it. Reece James is phenomenal. I love it. You can also, we know he can play in the center back setup or at least be trained to do so.
Exactly.
But if you can get a Hakimi, you get him. And if you can get him at a decent price, you definitely go for that too. I mean, James is only what, 20? So you need competition. You do need the competition, and you're gonna have hell of a lot of competition. I mean, these guys play 60 fixtures a year, especially if they're in the Champions League.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Tuchel with Hakimi is scary, if you were to ask me, because you saw what happened with Reece James with Tuchel. Like the improvement that the fullbacks had with Thomas Tuchel was to say it was very seen, you know. So if Hakimi goes there, Inter of maybe selling Hakimi, maybe Lukaku,
Mhm.
I think after Chelsea, because this is the transfers roundup, the last topic. I think if Chelsea get Haaland, then City are pressurized into getting Harry Kane, because Sancho, I think, is going to United. So these are the three domino effect I think might happen: Kane to City, Sancho to United, and Haaland to Chelsea. Liverpool. What's Liverpool gonna do? Like, they need a new Gini Wijnaldum replacement. And PSG getting Donnarumma and Wijnaldum?
Mm. But not Hakimi.
Not Hakimi though. Like, it's like, and he is the type of player that he will cause a difference. Like, the
Yeah.
team he goes, I don't know, but if I were Hakimi, I'd go to the Prem. He wins in every aspect. Yes, he'll win the league probably at PSG, but come on, look at the challenge that it is going up against a Pep Guardiola with City, a
Yeah.
club. Who'd you? I saw that the midfielder role at going back to that with Liverpool. Do you have any player you have in mind for that
Ooh,
position?
off the top of my head. No, I don't. I don't. I got to think about that one.
Gravenberch.
I mean,
Gravenberch would be.
it would, but I don't think he's for sale yet.
Hmm.
Everybody's always for sale, right? It depends on what they'd be willing to offload for him. But I'm just trying to think within the actual system, if you got anybody. You obviously know you're going to want to play Curtis Jones a whole lot more next year, but that's a completely different
He
player.
should play. He
Yeah.
should play. He's deserved it. He
Yeah.
just like Foden had the stepping stones, the moments in which we say, "Oh, he's improved. Oh, he's
Mhm.
improved." Curtis Jones, we can say we've been watching him improve slowly but steady.
Mhm.
Another very overlooked talent, if you were to ask me. But it's the Prem now. Like, Svet Bodman too. I saw that he might go to the Prem, but Atalanta is trying to snatch him up. Romero, good center back. He might leave too.